matchup for BDD. It is. Oh, not yet.
Not yet. 5 seconds to go, and I'm not going to believe this until he shows it. Oh my god, he's done it.
Taking the reverse matchup. Faker famous for doing this many times now, BDD. Continue, unless...
unless Khan is going to be playing...
Surely not.
Oh.
If they lock this in, then we're just off to the races with Huni having to deal with the top lane Cassiopeia.
Oh my god, it happened! What is... So
top lane Cassiopeia.
We got the top lane Cassiopeia
against
of
Huni.
old.
Against Huni!
Oh.
Where we wondered where they were going to find AP damage, they find it in the top lane, trying to bully out the Kennen. And then the famous Zed pick from BDD against Faker on the Taliyah. Good matchup for the Zed. The hype levels couldn't really go much higher than Game 1, Atlas, but you're going to have to find another octave because we've gone to Silly Street and the pick and ban, and Longzhu are getting creative.
This is not Silly Street. This is genius, Papa Smithy, and I've always wanted to see this utilized just because we always talk about trying to find magic damage in a different lane so you can open up BDD's champion pool, which has a lot of these AD assassins in it. Cassiopeia is another option that we just haven't really seen that much.
Just gotta tilt him, Atlas. That's what you gotta do. Just gotta tilt him.
I'm just so excited. Oh god, this is going to be brilliant.
There's still a lot of disadvantages here. Cassiopeia and Kha'Zix don't have a lot of synergy, and Cassiopeia in a long lane is one of the most obvious people to try and attack. Neither of these champions, Kennen or Cassiopeia, have great instant pushing. They will push waves slowly, but jungle attention against Blank, especially a pathing jungler, will be trying to provide a lot of coverage around top lane and try to really hold the Cassiopeia accountable in lane. Still a very interesting choice. Khan always known for the Fiora, the more aggressive school of thought when it came to the top laners. But this one is one that's been homebrewed. The mad scientist Khan wants to get a double MVP, because if they win here and he pops off on Cassiopeia, we may have plenty of time to ask Khan questions.
Oh, most certainly. I want that solo interview like you would not believe as we have a look at the spicy matchup.
I just want the locked camera on mid lane, baby. The Zed coming through from BDD, his trademark against Faker's Taliyah.
We're going to need multiple streams, Papa Smithy, because I want to see the Huni versus Khan matchup as well. All of the lanes are exciting to watch. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it.
Atlas, it took a week and a half, and we already have a finals feel here at the Seoul E Stadium. Somehow, 2 games into SKT versus Longzhu, it feels like the playoffs are already upon us. For some reason, the playoffs have gone best of 3. Feels bad, man. But everything else is super hype. New picks, innovation, SKT losing game 1. Longzhu taking a lot of risk. The amount of die being rolled in this draft is too damn high, and the end result is that we are the winners, because we are going to learn something new about both teams and maybe even the meta.
Exactly. And deep vision actually going down. SKT was spotted as a 5-man unit. They've actually stayed here. The bottom side of the map, you can see Cuz hanging out towards the top.
A massive health lead and then leashing the red. Every time these Raptors releash, Cuz gets lower and lower and lower. He's going to get information here, Blank. Cuz can't stick around. This is not the sort of heads-up play you can make.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's going to lose Raptors. There's nothing he can do.
And he might even just get solo killed by Blank as well. The flash comes out. He hops his way back, smites the Raptor. What was that?
That was an escape plan when things got really bad for Cuz. Now it's flashy. He gets out, but he's going to be multiple camps behind. And Kha'Zix is not an invading jungler at level 2 or level 3. So basically, SKT decide, let's shut down. It's going to mean a lot. We can see that Zed's still very far away from 6.
BDD, yeah, waiting for it though. And if he hits that level 6 without...
It's a long way away.
Yeah, that's true.
Faker's always been a great judge of experience in the mid lane.
He's going to fake it back.
He's going to stay in lane, just against tier. Not a lot of power being added as...
Oh my god, that damage from Cuz. In goes BDD, the Ignite's there! First blood to the Zed for Longzhu!
Blank thought he was safe. He came in on a control ward, but the moment that he posh and Thresh unleashed their CC and initiation on the rest of the map, and we knew how that went. But A lot more control this time around.
There's a chance of corruption. Arrow is going to come down in response. They CC him for days, and Prey can't even take the Lantern to get out. Good pick from SKT.
And that was with ultimate still on cooldown from SKT. Have to invest the flash, but still, exactly what they were looking for. This time, it's a kill on bot lane. Can't call it a 2v2. Blank was definitely the most important factor in that regard. And they
Hooney. Not going to go for the Deathmark just yet. Oh no, there's the flash. He really wants this kill. Deathmark damage. Will it be enough? There it is. Gets himself out. Perfect calculation by the Zed.
And Hooney certainly knew that the jig was up instantly. Flash ulted to try and get out, but the flash in turn there from BDD already had enough damage with the Ghost Blade. Can't actually envision from what I could see there.
Yeah.
Less tricky than he realized. The mid lane's very different to top lane. That's
that
okay,
was the minion vision as well, so.
Just not used to the lane, you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. This is a top laner. Parading around as a mid laner.
What's been happening with the lane assignments recently, Atlas? Second time. 45, 50.
Oh, definitely 60. As BDD gets Seismic shoved back.
Long lane.
Yeah, it does have at least... Oh, there's the weave as well as BDD. Oh, doesn't get over. Deathmark has to be used to try and escape as he's now battling this one out. Gets himself back to his original shadow as the tower has been tanked.
Meanwhile,
SKT was moving up. Gorilla, unfortunately, in the wrong place, gets pooped back into his team as Cuz tries to go in. Flashes his way out. Good shuriken damage from BDD. And it's one pick onto Gorilla. That could have been so much worse for Longzhu.
Yeah, Longzhu pressured into fighting on the other side as we saw the 1v1, or 1v1, sorry, goes super close between Faker and BDD in top lane. Not necessarily what we expected in Champion Select, but just how the game has opened up. SKT back away. Rift Herald would be a lovely objective for them to claim, considering the Yasuo and Fiora.
Cuz looking for that level 11, try and get that extra evolution.
I feel like you can't breathe, you know, you're really
waiting
for the
Wolf's gonna
engage.
get hooked! That's the arrow to land in on top.
He's
Oh my
alive!
god, he's still alive! Prey needs another auto attack, doesn't get it, in goes Blank! They pick up the kill under Cuz. Teleport now to come in as Hooney wants to capitalize. No follow-up, and that was a drop of the ball by Longzhu.
Yeah, Longzhu realized they need to get a pick and get out. No way for Cassiopeia or realistically the Zed is top lane.
Yeah, this should be a kill onto Faker. The last Twin Fang goes in and he just didn't have the vision to get up there. This could be 2 turrets actually for Longzhu as well if they can take top.
It's a lot to unpack with what happened there. The reason why they pulled away straight away is they saw the teleport, they realized their laners weren't in position to react. And their first thought was get this pick and get the hell out. It's going to be a 1-for-1 or more. Crucially, they didn't get the pick. It ended up being just a 2-for-0. They will lose the turret as well. So the flow of objectives here is still to the Warriors side of SKT. Should have been better from Longzhu. So you watch this replay. Remember that Zed and Cassio aren't going to get here. And they realize, they see the Gragas walking up. They have to respect the teleport. They see the teleport now. So the respect was there from Longzhu. They realized that they had to respect the teleport play, but they just had too many things in their head. They got bamboozled by all the different variables. And while they get top turret and most of bot lane turret, they'll feel frustrated because it felt like Longzhu had the exact right call, but 10 damage, 100 damage was the difference between getting in and getting out. And not taking this game.
Well, Weave as well comes down. Prey gets himself onto the right side of it as Faker just committing to this one. Prey flashes his way out, and there's the barrel. Blank gets him out of the way. There was no vision, but Faker still picks up the kill.
Dark Passage not available from Gorilla. No heals, of course, means they do get the pick, and you'd imagine the Infernal Drake. Cuz can go pretty Rambo for the steal. He does have Dark Passage.
Well, Cuz is looking for it, but doesn't pick it up. It's actually Bang that secures the dragon.
Yeah, Cuz got the smite a little bit early. No smite coming through from Blank that time out.
Well, a lot invested as they were just going for the steal. Not any sort of fight. Khan could have teleported, decided not to as Faker possibly in trouble. He's got a lot of health. The rest of his team is waiting in the wings.
It's a bit of a tester from BDD. Wanted to go all in, but was waiting to see how quick the reactions were. Spatially aware with the on-hit build.
Well, BDD not wanting to face check that
saw
one.
Lulu that time.
Oh, there's the pick, possibly onto Gorilla. He gets kicked back, but look at the damage from this Cassiopeia. Deathmark comes in the back line as there's Bang. He's going to be taken down. BDD gets himself to safety. Hooney now doing so much damage. Prey picked off once again, but in goes Cuz. There are so many damage threats on this Longzhu team. And Kaz is going to blast plan his way out. The leap's not there, though, and the double kill comes in for Blank. It's a 3 for 2, as Longzhu have a very strong Cassiopeia to try and get themselves some more. Seismic shove not there. BDD actually caught with his pants down just a little bit, but flashes instead of losing that Guardian Angel. Huni towards the top lane, just wants to push this one forward.
So hard to evaluate these fights. These are not traditional team fighters in the way they're kind of put together in this particular game. See the Zed living longer than expected. Got the kill on Tavares. Nice cash in terms of the new passive on the ultimate there as well. Picking up that kill, we'll have to check in and see how much was there. This is an emergency engage from Longzhu because Gorilla was dead. All right, but into the back line, nothing Bang can do, dies there. But the teleport is perfect, and even though it's not an AP cannon, both Prey and Kuz were disabled for the majority of this fight. Kuz may get out, but a 1-for-1 trade. Support for jungle is not ideal. Just so strange to see a team fight where, at the end of it, Kennen and Zed are still alive chasing down members, because everyone's kind of built for split pushing and picks, not necessarily the team fights. Speaking of being built, Huni doesn't have teleport.
Yeah, there's no teleport, so we've got 5 members strong of Longzhu, and look at the damage onto this Baron. They've got a Mountain Drake. There's the hook, and it is going to be a slightly late QSS onto Bang. Blank wants to try and steal this one away, but Kuz, he backs out of this one, doesn't want the 50-50, and SKT still have this Baron leashed.
They want to finish it.
Kuz, can he actually get in here? He will have the leap. It's going down so low, but they want to try and get him out of there. It is going to be Blank that secures it, but there was no vision, and SKT grabbed themselves the Baron buff.
Yeah, the control wards there was so important from SKT. No real re-engage. Prey goes for cheeky recall, not going to get it. Another death comes on, piled onto the list. Longzhu were outthought there by SKT. They had more tools, they had the control wards, and no way for Longzhu to truly contest the Baron.
Yeah, now the Renan's Hurricane comes in for Huni, so he's not going to be spending as much time in these side lanes because the minion waves just will not last very long. SKT will take their first turret of the Baron buff. It will be that mid lane inner. Huni will shove up this bottom lane as well, and once again SKT, that top wave does have to be dealt with, as there's the death mark. Blank might be out of position. Well, he's definitely out of position. Hook's going to land from Gorilla, and he actually picks up the kill there as well, so this might halt SKT momentarily.
Yeah, it's going to stymie the Baron buff, which is a win in itself for Longzhu Gaming. Huni's still going to bring up...
Hawkshot did fly through as Khan. Looking to try and deal with this. The barrel does land. Seraphs comes out, but he's just going to be destroyed. Wolf, in fact, picks up that kill. Wally's trying not to take it.
Team that is controlled, red side vision, seems to be the team that has won games in this series. Khan found all on his own. These champions don't have the tools to deal with the Baron buff, so while they had to recall, while it was delayed because of Blanks being picked off, SKT will now be knocking on the door of an inhibitor.
Yep, 30 seconds on Khan as well, so there's 5v4 to be utilized by SKT. Only a couple of minions remain though, as Prey does turn up. No Hurricane, but still deals with the wave with the volley. DDD also enough to deal with this mid wave as well. So Huni stymied. SKT now with a fresh minion wave will shove this bottom lane.
12 seconds until Khan comes. He does have a teleport ward, but it might be too late.
Yeah, Faker actually flashing forward, but they take down the turret. Huni is going to be able to get the stun on Kuz, but he takes the Dark Passage. BDD throws down the death mark, but the GA does come in. He's not going to be able to get the follow-up damage that he requires. Does make his way out, but is taken by Blank. Securing that kill quite easily. It is going to be Bang that picks up the next one, and they're falling like flies now. SKT, this is the dominance we expected from the world champions, and they wipe out 4 members of Longzhu.
Yeah, the smart play around Baron was really the knife in the backside of Longzhu. It took so many risks, went innovative, but the innovation will not lead to a Game 2 victory. No sweep for Longzhu Gaming, and we all invited a Game 3 between Longzhu and SKT. Great series so far, and we'll keep going.
This is exactly what we wanted, Papa Smithy, so it's all evened out. The early game did belong to Longzhu for a small amount of time that series. They got a lot of dragons. They did have lane control as well. Dictated exactly what items their opposing laners were going to buy, and then had the right idea switching things around. But SKT, They just team fight so well,
You
Smithy.
bring in Blank, and suddenly the whole team as a general seems more respectful. It seems like there's just one more voice that's saying pull back, or one more voice that's focusing on control, rather than one more voice egging on the dive. It's not the, I can get them, it's the, this is what we can do, this is what we control. And in general, specifically the play around Baron, where they cleared out the first attempt, got the control wards on it, no real re-engage. You also notice they randomly